All right, howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with MAHA Talk. It is November 10th, 2024, and this is MAHA Talk. I used to say it's the ongoing documentary of just how crazy this world has become. But quite honestly, it got a little better recently. After the 6th came, I was just like, are you kidding me? This is fucking awesome. But things are better, definitely. We're going in the correct direction, the better direction, the smarter direction, and none of this crazy asylumness that had been happening. And a lot of countries are starting to go with it. They're just not going to accept the World Economic Forum and their agendas. They're done. They're just like, fuck you. I don't. You know, cows aren't hurting anything. They're not. Right? They're, like I had proven in the past, the buffalo used to roam until we killed them all. To try to exterminate, right? This has happened once before, to try to exterminate and take away the most viable source to the American Indians. And that's why they got rid of the buffalo. And if you want some more information on that, go look it up. Or you can ask me, and if I'm feeling good, I'll find it out for you. But that's basically it. But they left a trail of feces and poop and crap all over the, cow patties everywhere. But what that did is made for some really great soil here in the Midwest and Central America and many parts of even the East. As their migration went it kind of was from southeast to northwest and back and forth, kind of going with the seasons and stuff like that. But tallow was big. Tallow was huge. And I don't know. Let me see if this is correct. I'm going to send the link out here to Snork, and he might come on. Yes, why does it keep showing, what do you think Trump will do? That's not what it's supposed to say. Oh, God, what the frick, man. Hang a hole in your horse there. Let's see what we got here. See if it's saying the right thing. I'm live. Yeah. Is MAHA going to MAHA? Is Make America Healthy Again going to make America healthy again? And that is part of the show. And there should be a question mark there, but it's too late now. Let's send the link over. Sending link now, and he'll pop in when he can. Let's see here. All right, let's get rid of some of here. There you go. All right, Cheryl wants to come on. The typical liberal, number one, exposing liberal. Oh, that's crazy. Look at this. This actually happened. This happened. And there's a huge investigation, but the Department of Justice is still under the thumb and under the guidance and direction of the World Economic Forum. Yeah, Biden isn't running anything. God damn it, people. Come on. He's not running shit. The only thing he's running is his money laundering scam and Burisma and China and all that shit. That's all he's doing. And he made some money. But this is crazy. FEMA official who allegedly told fellow workers to avoid Florida homes with Trump signs has been fired. Now, why would you fire somebody if there was nothing allegedly told her fellow workers? So that person's fired. That's crazy. It's just like, I mean, that is so sinister. It's fucking crazy. These people are nuts. They're fucking crazy motherfuckers, man. They're all just the nuttiest sons of bitches. Anyway, I'm going to try to get off that topic. But they got curb stomped. Oh, I got to show you this real quick. This is really good. And I just posted this. And hopefully it's like right here. And this is really a coincidence. I mean, it is a serious coincidence. Right? What's interesting is all the states that Kamala won in didn't require ID. Isn't that a fucking coincidence? Right? And where are all those sanctuary cities? Oh, there. Where are the 15 to 20 million illegal immigrants? Oh, there. Anyway, that's crazy. All right, let me invite Snork on. Or Mitch. Does he want his name as Mitch or Snork? Do you want your name on here as Mitch or do you want it as Snork?
Snork. I don't want people calling me at work.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. So you can fix that before you come in, by the way. But I'm gonna put Snork.
Yeah, hang on. Oh, okay. You can fix it.
Yeah, I did. I fixed it.
Okay.
All right. So
yeah,
go ahead.
No, yeah, we're not on yet. So about that woman that's doing this thing across a bunch of states, we probably should not. We probably should talk with, if we get a chance to, talk with Trump's people first before we talk on the air. Because personally, I think it's a huge opportunity to differentiate Trump from Biden on how he treated his vice president. And personally, there's two things I would like Vance to be put in charge of right away. And
What?
the first one is talking to this woman and taking her program for making apprentices out of high school students. So they're still going to high school, but half of the day they're apprentices to learn plumbing, HVAC, all kinds of
Trades.
jobs that we need people for. So if we're suddenly going to deport probably 2 million people, we're going to need people in the trades right away.
2
And
million?
instead of,
Is that all 2 million or?
it's going to be at least 2 million.
But there was almost. I mean, Chuck Schumer said there's 11 million.
I believe 11 million is probably more correct. But I would start off by giving the low amount. Just getting 2 million people out
Yeah,
there.
getting 2 million people out in a year would be fucking amazing. Good luck. You know what I mean?
So,
exactly.
And I don't believe it's going to be possible without getting this woman involved.
Okay.
So I had this meeting. The company's called Fanuc. So this is all kinds of trades, from electricians to robot repair people.
How do you spell it?
And the company was actually Fanuc, Fanuc. I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It's really pronounced Fanuc.
Okay, that's okay. Robotics company?
Yeah, the world's top one.
I've heard of these guys for sure.
Yeah. So, so this would be creating a streamline. So right now, 10% of our young people, less than the age 35, 10% of them don't have a job, don't qualify for a job, and it's bad. The next thing is in industry. A lot of industry right now, if you wanted to get a job at a factory, if you don't speak Spanish, you can't get the job.
That's.
I'm serious. I'm not making this up.
Wow.
So for 20 years, we've hired Hispanic people to run our floors. They're mostly illegal aliens.
Oh, shit.
So what happens is they will not hire somebody that speaks English. They basically want to control these employees' lives. And I'm saying this as somebody who has experience with it.
You've been in it. You've seen it firsthand. So, okay.
Firsthand in many different companies.
All right.
So this is a cultural issue. They've been raised in this issue. They grew up in this issue, and when they worked at factories in Mexico, this is where they learned to be bosses, and it's the style of bossing that they grew up with.
Mm.
So, but I view him or this woman. Uh, the only thing I objected was that she wore high heels. In manufacturing, we don't wear high heels.
That's kind of dangerous, right? I mean, you don't see
Yeah,
girls in high heels in the machine shop. I'm just
but
telling
she
you right
doesn't
now.
work. She doesn't work in the factory floors. She is on the education side.
Okay.
So
So
I'll
she
give
knows
her a
how to
break on that.
logistically put people where they need to be. She knows how
She
to
she started in Iowa, in the
distribute. Yeah, go ahead.
in the part of Iowa down in the southwest corner that's across the river from Omaha. And so she's got Omaha involved. She's got Iowa involved.
Did we say her
She's
name? Sorry.
I'll say her name, but let's not talk about tell it on the air yet.
No, no, no. If
Uh,
you don't want to say her name, don't say her name. Because I don't want. I want to be.
are we on? We're not on the air, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
right.
are in there, bro.
Oh, I won't say
Yeah,
it then.
yeah. Don't say it. Don't say it. We're on the. So
Uh,
that's what I'm saying. If you've already said her name, I was going to say don't say her name because I want that relationship because I'm going to talk to Chris. I'm going to talk to Manny and a few other guys. I'm going to say, look, you got to get this lady in front of Trump, and he'll probably research and find out who she is, and then he'll probably do
yeah,
it.
I don't think there'll be any problem once they do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one is I had an idea for the areas around North Carolina that got devastated.
Hmm.
What we could do to get those going really quickly, and I do think we need some things to get people help. Now we're finding out that areas that were not, if they didn't have a Harris sign,
Mm.
that they did not get help.
Hey, no, that's real. I talked
I'm not
about
making that up.
No.
Not making that up.
Yeah. If
So,
yeah. Fuck, it's crazy. It's
uh,
crazy.
so that is a serious injustice.
Yeah.
My theory is with voting
Yeah.
is that there's a possibility my vote was bad. I expect the next person voting, so that a whole bunch of us vote together, we should get some better answers.
Right. God, it's so
Right.
crazy.
I do not like. I do not like. Once somebody's in office, we should be treating all of our people as all of our people as people. And if somebody needs help,
Absolutely.
they should get the help. But you wanted to talk about tallow.
Yeah. Well, I was going to show you real quick, just kind of so we can lay the groundwork. Yeah, for sure. We're going to get into this, and I'm just going to show you Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and what he's done recently. Do you want to? Can you see it on YouTube or no?
I was just trying to pull the YouTube up.
Well, I mean, I can do it. It's weird that I can't do it with the sound, but I'm not going to go through. I'm not going to play all this stuff. All I'm going to say is like the I sent this out immediately when I saw it, and I think Jimmy Dore's grabbed some of my stuff. I can tell you he has because I know because I've put like little anyway. So what we're seeing, what this guy is doing, which I think is just okay. Let me back up a little bit. So when Trump first came out in a January or February of 2020, he was saying these words, and the Democrats' new hoax, the coronavirus, and he was talking about how stupid it was and how lame it was, and then he called it a China virus and all this other shit, and he wasn't on board. And then all of a sudden, the greatest salesperson on the planet, right, decides to, and the reason why I'm talking about those reasons, the greatest salesperson on the planet, or the greatest pharmaceutical rep on the planet is Anthony Fauci. No doubt he's been doing this and tricking and fooling and playing presidents and Congress people in the Capitol Hill for a long, long time with his bullshit. But this is the same thing that's happening with our processed foods. We have lobbyists going in. I mean, cornflakes used to be made out of like 4 ingredients, right? Now it has like 22. I mean, and all these things. And then, so the great thing about this cat here, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is he actually is, and I'm bringing his Twitter up, is he is serious, and he's won some cases on many different things. I'm trying to remember the lake. There was a big lake situation where he got it cleaned up. Anyway, it'll come to me later. But so the reason why I'm kind of connecting Trump, Fauci, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. together is there was an episode where Megyn Kelly was interviewing Trump, and the first time, and I was watching it live, and Megyn Kelly asks a few questions, and what do you think about the vaccine, because we've heard some bad things, and by the way, I'm vaccine injured. That's what she said. And Trump usually has a quick comeback. He usually, this, that, and the other thing. And he'll just go off, and he, goes off in his tangents, and he talks like some plumber or whatever. But he was hit by that pretty hard. So I believe, this is my perspective, is that he doesn't like how that turned out. And he got fooled, and he got played like pretty much 2/3 of the planet did, right? So I'm thinking that he brought in JFK, because JFK has been adamantly against all that shit. Definitely against the fucking the injections and all this other shit. He's just against it all. So that's what I think, because Trump is kind of that way. I've heard people talk about it. I've kind of researched him a lot, how he does things. So I think so he brings in Robert F. Kennedy Jr., from my perspective, to kind of like say, hey, I get it. I fucked up. I got played. We all got played. I'm going to bring this guy in. We're going to stop this shit. We're going to make America healthy again. But will they make America healthy again? And that's where we are at right now. So the last one of the biggest things that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said, let me go on his media post. Oh wait, where did I put it? Hang on. What is this? He clearly says, I think I took a shot of it. Give me a second. He names all these fluoride and pesticides and all this junk, and completely just, and I'm pretty sure I've got it in my media here. I put it somewhere, but he put. But I'm not gonna. I should have had it. I should have had it ready to go. I thought I'd find it real quick. It's probably on my Facebook. Oh yeah, that's right. Hang on. Yeah, he just threw this out the other day on what he wants to do, and what he's bringing about. But the biggest thing, okay, I'm not gonna. I'll find it, but I'll find it after I let you start talking about talent. But my question is it? He's already downplayed, not downplayed. He's destroyed basically, along with so many others. And if you look here, and I'll just show you real quick. There's tons and tons of posts that you can go through YouTube, and these are more recent. Like the earliest one I saw was 5 years ago about seed oils, right? And then I see one 3 years ago, a year ago, a few months ago. There's one here, and if you're looking at my YouTube, you see it like 5 or 10 second delay.
Yeah.
You can see this guy. This is Dr. Berg. Just great information. It's always been, in my opinion, spot on. Cooking oils should never consume. They talk about seed oils, of course. And then this is on YouTube right now. This is pretty recent. FUCK, seed oils, beef tallow, vegetable oil, which is better for cooking, blah, 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 right? And then it shows Make America Healthy Again, official site to make America healthy again. And I think I got it. You know what? I'm just going to click it. I'm just going to go to it. So the MAHA, if you go into here about, is it the media kit? No, wait. Events. Let me just see where we're at here. It's all about donations still. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's crazy. Press, video, volunteer events, gallery, nominate. He had like a platform thing? Oh, wait, here we go. Healing chronic disease. Make America healthy again. So he goes, if you look over here, he's going after Pfizer, like big time. He's going after Moderna. He's going after Merck. He's going after Johnson. I mean, all of them. And then it shows he's going after who has the highest chronic disease burden in the world. We do, by the way. Healing chronic disease, force medical authorities to do. And he's just at all this stuff. Just, you know, this is before Trump came around. So it's just kind of weird that, it's not weird, it's telling. It's revealing of that Donald Trump fucked up. He knows it. So he's trying to make up for his fuck up. And he goes, you know what? I want people to be healthy. I want people to be strong. Da 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 da. But the concern I have, and that's why I bring tallow, and the biggest concern I have, Snork, is he going to push like some new oil, or is he going to use what the body has been using for thousands of years? You know, maybe hundreds of thousands of years, actually, in my opinion. We've been using tallow and lard and animal fats to fry and cook and stuff forever. Our bodies basically have been trained to sift that out. I mean, I remember when my friend, not to talk too much here because I just got it late. I'll just tell you this. He goes, when you get a steak, this is like 15 years ago, because he was a super nutritionist, my friend Richie Chun, and he goes, when you eat a steak, get a marbly fat steak. That's fat, and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. Eat it. These people that are cutting up the fat are idiots. That stuff goes through your body, and that's saturated fats, right? It goes through your body so fast. It's like water. It's like water. Just passes right through. Now, the trans fats, is it the trans fats that are bad or the saturated fats? Gosh darn it, I'm confused.
Yeah,
hold on.
I don't want.
Hold on. I got to find this because I just saw it. And now I'm confused on that. There's polyunsaturated fats, trans fats versus saturated fats. Okay, here we go. So these fats are created by partially hydrogenated vegetable oils. Those are trans fats. Trans fats are the poison. Saturated fats, right, are these fats are solid at room temperature. Come on, American diet. They can raise total. That's bullshit. This is bullshit. It's Google's bought and owned. This is AI bullshit, right? The new research revealed that fats are more on a continuum of good to bad than previous thought. While trans fats are harmful to your heart, saturated fats are not currently linked with increased heart disease, which is bullshit. It's just still wrong. There's so many people that have gone against this. So that's why I'm concerned. And I'm looking up right here, just letting you know. I'm doing a little research. And there's some companies out there, if you can, and I'll just show it on here. The reason why I had this up is just kind of a documentation kind of thing as well. And they've got a bunch of companies out there that make tallow. There's a bunch of them out there that are just tallow. Some chemical companies. There's bulk apothecary, Welch Holmes and Clark Company, Roger and Reed Incorporated, Arlog Lane,
These are distributors.
Sorry. Yeah, distributors. Yeah, it says right here, distributors. There's manufacturers. There's distributors.
I'm by the sources.
You are, yeah. The sources is what I'm trying to get to. If we can avoid the middleman and go send these trucks, well, see, that's the thing about the trucks is they don't want to go from source to source to source to farm to farm to farm. That's a pain in the ass. But what they want to
Mo-
do is go ahead.
Most of the tallow is at the uh, meat packers, so
Yeah,
they get it right there. They don't even need to go to the farms. Very few of the farms have any tallow. So there, these are these are not a little tanker. These are like train cars. These are like uh, the uh, trucks the size of gasoline trucks.
right.
We're not talking about one or two a day. We're talking about many per day. Uh, and so um, the, the materials and stuff that pull from these meatpacking factories are
Mm.
huge. There is another issue. We'll cover that later. Uh, is that there is a shortage?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm concerned about is they shut down a lot of these tallow, the basically the tallow and lard industry a long time ago, decades ago. As soon as Crisco came out, they changed in the '80s from lard and tallow to fucking bullshit. Machinery used machine. They used to use vegetable oil, like machinists used it a lot.
Well, when I
Yeah.
was a kid, most of the farms were corn farms. Soy farms came in, by the 70s when I moved to Western Iowa. They were growing soybeans out there, and I hadn't seen all these soy fields before.
Mm.
And soybeans mainly for oil. And a lot of our industry popped up. The soybean is very profitable, so they're able to make things like Miracle Whip and stuff like that out of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of things became soybean based instead of that. At the same time, these materials became basis for all kinds of chemical industries. Like I said, a huge one is just makeup. But there are all
Wait,
kinds
makeup
of,
as in makeup for your face?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No, I mean, it's a really huge segment of the market.
Oh my
And if you
god.
look down there through the parts of what comes out,
Mm-hmm.
so they you could basically break it down into edible, non-edible, and you can also have what are between human foods and pet foods. You also have on the non-edible side, whether it's used as um, a lubricant or if it's used as a baseline for other products. So as oil became more and more expensive, petroleum
Mm-hmm.
became more and more expensive, many of these items became substitutes for sources to make the chemicals that we used to make out of petrochemicals.
I'm looking for this. I swear to God, I took a picture of it. We use where I work, which is sad, this whipped cream that comes in this big tube, and it has like a little, so we can, it's like a tube, so you can squeeze it out. But the label on it of the ingredients, there's like 60 freaking things. It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
It's amazing, and there's soy in it, and soy is in basic freaking everything. It's just God.
that's that's what I said, and a lot of that comes from here too.
Yeah, there's soy fields all over here in Missouri too. I mean, fucking
Yeah, but it
Jesus
was
Christ.
it was about 1970 that at the same time they started saying that we needed to stop using tallow,
Mm,
that we started growing soybeans everywhere.
Jesus, they were.
And when I was a little kid, there was just nothing but cornfields. When the people were done eating the corn, and another thing that a lot of people don't realize is when you say corn-fed beef, um,
Mm,
it doesn't mean that the beef are eating the cobs of corn. They're eating the stalks of corn. So it's a very efficient way to
uh,
produce. So you take right now there's tons of bales out there, huge bales, about as big, half as big as my car.
mm. I
That
see them.
after they roll them up
The rolls,
and
yeah.
they feed the cattle with it, cattle, horses, and basically Corn is a grain. It's like grass, and they love it, and so they will eat. They will gladly eat another roll of hay. It's just rolled up. In the old days, before they were able to roll up the corn, they used to have what were called silos, and they'd have huge little buildings that were
Oh,
just
I've
full of
seen those. I remember those. Yeah.
but and then when barbed wire was invented, they put barbed wire on the cornfields. After they harvested the corn, they would let the cows go out and just eat the corn stalks. And then it used to be after you put the cows through, then you'd let the pigs out and they'd eat
Oh,
what was left. And it, but it was very efficient. It was source for fertilizer. It was a very efficient way to eat. And a lot of when people are talking about not eating meat,
hmm.
they're talking about very inefficient ways because uh, when you're using these other products, you're not using the stalks. And suddenly you have all this waste to get rid of. Whereas
Hey.
the cattle get rid of it for us. So it's a main thing. Another issue we're having right now is feed.
Hmm.
Last week we had 1 million chicken killed because a chicken grower no longer had money to buy feed to feed the chickens. So as the cost of things are going up, people aren't able to go buy a $10 chicken. So you can't raise the price of chicken anymore. And the price of chicken feed has gotten to the point where it's not profitable for a chicken. And the price of food um, isn't really going up enough to pay for what's going on. What the farmer sees is often 5% or less than what you paid for at the end product. So when you buy what is it, $8 box of corn chips,
Hmm.
that farmer's only seeing less than 30 or 50 cents.
What?
And yeah, so
Who
most
get?
most of the
I don't.
most of the cost
That's terrible.
is in markup. So there's different layers of the distribution of anything you're selling,
Hmm.
and everybody along the distribution chain needs to make a profit, and it's usually a significant profit. So it's not unheard of that anytime you sell anything at a retail level, you're paying 8 times more than what it costs to make it because you have shipping costs, you have storage costs.
Right.
The case of this cost of just even having it on the shelf, and people think the farmers are taking all the money, and a lot of the farmers are going broke.
So I'm thinking if we could get tallow to people directly, like on
We'll
a.
never be able to get it to them directly, but we could actually make sure it's in some of the foods. So again, our method of getting anything out to the people
Uh,
is through the distribution system. So the distribution system means uh, the the farmers are not going to be able to um, kill their own cows. There's still uh, places where you take the cattle. They're able to collect it in a way that doesn't cost as much to ship. If we tried to send uh, a pickup load of beef tallow every day from a farm, we would spend so much on transporting that beef tallow that it just would not make a sense.
well,
The
it's
we
gas
would
prices are 1,000, but it's not just gas prices.
Yeah, it's not just gas, it's
Okay.
labor and everything. But it means that if it takes me 2 hours to take the tallow to a place that could use it, it's going to mean it's 2 hours out, 2 hours back. The time to load it up. Also, got to store it safely. If it's going to be used as a food product,
Right.
I've got to make sure that it's not contaminated. I've got to have cleaning procedures. And these are all things that add cost and add cost quickly. So the days
How did they do it in
of
the 70s? That's what I meant. How'd they do it in the 80s?
We used to have huge places that
Used to. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, but I can remember Omaha, Kansas City, uh, Sioux City, all along the rivers. There was places where they took cattle, and then when they killed the cattle and the butchers got it, that was the point where you got the tallow, and so it went right onto the trains. It went right to the production facilities for food. Where are the production facilities for food? Still, if you go near the Kansas City area, it's lined with food production facilities. While our factories have gone overseas, a lot of our food production is still at these major Midwest cities. So your train lines going through Kansas City, there used to be a huge cattle lot there. I don't know where that is now, but even in the town I work in, there are several huge meat facilities.
Hmm.
Uh, it's not all there. I mean, there's a huge meat facility in Fort Dodge, Iowa that does cat food.
Here's a.
So
Go ahead. I got a question after you're
don't
done.
go ahead. I've already
I,
lost my
no, it's okay. So my goal is to set it up the way it was 70s, 80s, right before they took it away. So, and that's not going to be. That's a 3 to 5, maybe 10 year project, but because it took a while to bring in vegetable oil, right? So I think there's still companies out there that still can do it, still have it. I think there's facilities that we can probably contact. Now, if I wanted tallow, I can get some on Amazon or whatever, but I get a jar of it, and it's like $10 for a pound or something like that. It's not cheap. But I think if more people are making it like we used to make it in mass amounts. There used to be more cows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think it can be done again. That's my thing.
A lot of it comes to market opportunity first. So if you want more tallow to be used, you have to have people asking to buy tallow.
They will.
So really it's not at the point of going to the place where the tallow starts because it's there. The other people could find other uses for their other chemicals.
Yeah.
But if they need a sale, I mean, look how many supermarkets have an area that's marked organic.
Yeah.
It could quickly be that the package has got to say real tallow, and people want to buy that. If
Yeah.
they do, that's when you suddenly get the change. Until the markets change, if there's not an urge of the people to have that product, it's not going to be the switch will not happen.
Well, there's a lot of studies. I don't know if you've studied it, but I've thoroughly studied it. It's basically brought diabetes. That's where diabetes came from. There's in the 70s, and just look at pictures of in the 70s, and like at the town or the county fair in 1976 or 84. There's like one person that's maybe almost as fat as me, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody else is thin. And then now you look at a picture of the county fair, and pretty much, 3 out of 5 people are just fucking big. So this is a chronic situation. It's something that people are just starting to understand. I do believe that, as I showed earlier, more people are understanding the lie of organic. The point here, if you see this picture on YouTube, you can probably see it now, right? You see what it says right there?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, it's a
She
picture.
just takes it.
That's all right. It says there's a picture of two same amount ounces, 3 ounce McCormick pepper containers, right? And one says pure ground black pepper, and it's 60 cents less than the organic, which says to the other side of it, if you can see the picture, you should be able to see the picture right now. It says organic. That's the one that's more expensive. And then up here, I put then what the fuck have we been eating? Because when I was a kid, we didn't have organic is a scam, Snork. It's all about the marketing. It's all about the marketing. The marketing that they used on people was, if you want to feel better and if you want to look better, you've got to go in the organic aisle. But a lot, exactly. There's a lot of people out there that have been fooled and scammed by this whole organic thing. But when I was a kid, they didn't have that aisle because they weren't using all these chemicals and whatever you name it. Let's just say, for example, the meat. They were using steroids and all kinds of injected whatevers and some of the plants and the pesticides and all this other crap. And you've seen what Monsanto did to the island of Kauai. I talked about that. And they were booted out of there by the people. But the point that I'm making is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. threw out something, and I got to find that. So if you want to talk for a long time, then maybe I can find it. But the thing is he threw out this tweet that went absolutely viral. Joe Rogan even talked about it, and a bunch of other people talked about it, about all the crap that's been injected into our foods. And it's slowly, and it's been killing us. Like I said, they've been methodically trying to kill us. Big Pharma doesn't make any money off of healthy people. Big hospital doesn't make any money off of healthy people. Big psychology doesn't make any money off of, people that can think clearly, that have the right foods in their bodies. So what I'm saying is this is catching on fast. I'm trying to get ahead of the curve here, because if I can get in there somewhere where I can try to get the tallow to where it's needed, which, let's just say, look, I'm going to tell you, there's this place around here called Players. It's a little restaurant, and the guy cooks his fried chicken in tallow. And I'm going to tell you, it's the best fried chicken anywhere. And I can eat it forever. It's just wonderful. But that needs to start happening. So I think, and that's just me, that it's going to come back. People are starting to understand the threat. There's tons of videos on YouTube. You know that there's going to be some lobbyists going against it. You know that, and the thing is Crisco and vegetable oil was a scam from the beginning. I mean, there's a guy named Michael Tran. What's his name? I put up his video a long time ago. He was talking about, let's see if I can find it. He does a really good job in just breaking, all of these videos do. Tran, hold on. Is it Mike Tran? Michael Tran? I don't have it. I'm going to find it. But anyway, I'll send that out to you. But, okay, so here's where we're at. This is what I think, and here's where we're at. I think somewhere back there, somewhere in the basement, or at the far side of a distribution or a manufacturing company, there's some machines, some old machines that maybe have something to do with processing or making or putting together or fixing or whatever tallow, right? And if not, we can bring those back and we can start to sell those and get people to start to bring tallow back to the people. Because I will do everything in my power at work not to eat vegetable oil. I won't eat the fries. I only eat the baked goods or the pressure cooked foods. I don't. It's not. I'm telling you, this stuff is extremely bad for us. Extremely.
I, 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 I'm really picky about which brand of ketchup I use.
Me too.
So the leading brand out there actually uses high fructose corn syrup,
Yeah, everything does the
and
same.
instead I use a different brand that's made in Wisconsin, and it does not have the high fructose corn syrup in it.
Yeah.
And then, but yes, it really comes on. The equipment's there. It's not a matter of collecting it. We collect it. The matter is how we use it. So if people are not asking for it to be in the food, um, it'll be sold for something else. And
Yeah.
if I remember when my wife had cancer, we needed to really be able to get by on cheaper foods, and I would buy uh, grades of pork, and I would actually add beef bouillon to it to make it taste like it wasn't so porky.
Oh, I've done that before. Honestly. Yeah, I've
I've
done.
done that with chicken as well, but
Yeah.
I can remember company potlucks where I would bring in what I called faux beef, fake beef. I
Mm.
would get a bunch of chicken, and I would basically add beef bouillon to it, and it would come out really good. And I'd cook it like it was Long John Silver's. I'd do the batter, and I'd actually start fights at work where people were trying to get my stuff.
Wow.
It comes out good that way. And I should give you some of my my old recipes for stuff I used to do. But yeah,
So
uh,
if you have you heard of a girl named Food Babe?
no, I haven't.
Okay, I've actually had conversations with her through emails before she was even popular. This is like 2018 maybe or something like that. And now she's got this big following. She's been on Fox and a bunch of other places, and she's really blown up. But what she's shown is I've got her website up now. Let me see if there's anything here. Let's see. Start here. What is that? Yeah, she's Food Babe. This is it. She's really cute too. Um, yeah, she's shown all. Let me just go into her Facebook because I'll look at her photographs and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. She's shown everything that's in um, the biggest thing that she's proven is how other countries do not use like 2/3 of what we use in our foods. It's labeled the same thing, and even some of the other countries, right? Some of the other countries out there will not. It's illegal for them to use the things that we're even putting in our foods. So I think the biggest point I'm making, and I'm just trying to let you know, is people are starting to be aware of that. There's a giant amount of people, and I would say more than at least 70 to 80 million people in the United States that understands MAHA, that understands, make America healthy again, that understand what's going on out there as far as nutrition and stuff like that. And they didn't know before, but now they know more because of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So and then other people will start to catch on, and then they'll understand that, hey, we've been played, we've been fooled, this stuff is poison. We're going to start moving to this. So that's why I'm saying tallow is a good idea. Tallow is smart. It's going to come back, and we've got to find a way to get in there to make a. I mean, I'm all for making a buck, and you are too. But if we can find a way for us to like get it distributed to people, but the thing is they don't. They used to make bazillions of gallons of this stuff, right? Bazillions, all over the world. It was everywhere, and then all of a sudden, vegetable, soy oil, whatever, came out of nowhere and just killed it all. But now that people know that it's just absolute poison, people are going to say, you know what? We want fucking tallow, and we want lard, and we want to cook our food, in the stuff that's better for us. So I think at this moment, and this is why I have you on to it today, is finding out a way that people can get. Now you have Food Babe, you have MAHA, you have all these people out there that are starting to present it for what it is. Vegetable oil is crap, poison. Tallow is fucking what we've been using in our systems and our bodies for thousands, hundreds, whatever years. And so marketing that out there, advertising it out there is one thing, I get it. But we're going to need to find a way to put these logistics together to get people to start to distribute it, because it's going to happen. Vegetable oil is going to go away. I'm telling you, it is the worst thing on the planet that everybody's eating. But if we're in that position where we can find a way to get it to people now or sooner, or get it in the grocery aisles quicker, bigger forms, and then you have more distributors, more manufacturers, and then that starts to bring the prices down on it, which is good. Here's the thing, though. That's going to be a lot of cows. That's going to be a lot of fucking cows. We're talking.
We actually do go through a lot of cows, and
yeah,
there is no. As long as we have cows, there's no shortage of this.
That's what I'm saying. So
only shortage is that we're using it for other purposes. It's collected already.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I drive to work behind trucks of this stuff. Get out of the way.
Oh yeah, I see them too, dude. I know what you're talking about. Cornell University, slot MC, 1985. 1985. My neighbor, my grandfather had his avocado farm. My neighbor, Kevin, he was a good friend of mine. We used to go shooting together, and all kinds of stuff when we were kids, out in the high desert, avocado ranches and stuff. He became, I'm trying to remember the name, but I'm looking at some of the numbers here. He became the guy that goes to, you might know the name of this, the person that goes to the auctions or where they sell the cattle, and he tests them for, their body fat and just their specs and all that stuff. I forgot the name of the guy, but he actually took a class, and he had a master's degree in it. I'm trying to remember the thing, but anyway, and I thought it was just stupid, and this is like 78, 79. We were going out shooting BB guns, and then we were shooting 22s together, and then we were shooting, rifles and stuff like that. And, but it's serious. And there's a lot of people like that out there. I don't know if he works for the FDA now. I don't know. I haven't talked to the guy in a long time, but that's important. You brought that up. We have to make sure that that this tallow that's coming through is made. Here's the thing, and this is weird. You're going to think this is weird. We've already made sheep out of nothing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The clones.
We've already made sheep, actual living creatures, from a petri dish in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Would that even be? Would that destroy the use of the tallow, or would that destroy the the nutritional value of the tallow, or what do you think?
Well, let's go back to which part of the cow produces the tallow.
Mm-hmm.
So
You want to put it
if
up?
we just if we just do a quick where I was looking for a picture. Does
Oh, the slaughter pieces on the cow, like the rear,
come
the
from?
back quarter, right, front, hind,
Mostly
whatever.
it's the fatty tissue.
Yeah.
So you could theoretically clone the fat and actually produce the fat even without the cow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that is right now probably be much tougher than actually just growing the cow.
Right.
Cow's a nice system that goes out there, provides its own nutrients and everything it needs as what's going wrong with it. But currently, Iowa is producing 400 million gallons of biodiesel fuel from beef tallow. And that means that, uh, as we use that for biodiesel, then we would have to replenish that. And personally, I think there are ways to replenish that. Like I said, just the sewage in Iowa alone, we could probably make the biodiesel fuel almost as easily from that as we could from the tallow. It really comes down to um,
That's a good idea too.
farmers have to make a profit.
Is it harder to
And
make it? Here's this is a good question. So you have refineries that are making it from oil already, right? And then is it more procedural? Is it are there more steps involved in making biodiesel than there is, crude
well,
oil diesel?
as far as I understand right now, the major problem is just getting the materials.
Ah,
So, it's like if we had more beef tallow, we'd make more biodiesel.
yeah.
So, if with a biodiesel plant, we don't have to uh, sink a, a a well half a mile deep in the earth. Is when they started producing petroleum, all the wells were really shallow, especially Texas.
Uh-huh.
And then when they started going to Saudi Arabia, they had all the wells were nice and short. Uh, and so every time you go down another 10 feet, it's much more expensive to get out. When we have to pump down a half a mile or more, it starts getting very expensive to pipe any petroleum up.
They're not running
And
out of it though. They had a new study. I don't know if you've seen it, but they've
we'll always have oil.
yeah.
We can make oil. We just do not try to make oil. So
What's
there's
vegetable oil? It's oil, right? I don't understand. It's like,
well,
why don't we just use it for diesel?
yeah. So you really could.
Yeah.
There's a Professor Halbrook out in uh, uh, University of Northern Illinois
Mm.
who was making diesel fuel from the same algae that the oil in the ground was made from. And he was taking sewage from the city of DeKalb, Illinois. They would bring him like uh, 6 tanks of sewage, smelled horrible, and he had little kiddie swimming pools all out in an area where students couldn't go, and he was basically growing oil, and it was a good grade of oil. The only thing was it was cleaner than the oil you would get. And our regulations are that you have to have a certain amount of junk in the oil. So that was a bit of a problem. He also made artificial coal.
Oh, that's weird. Are you called clean coal? I mean, look, all the
It would burn identical to normal coal.
whoa. Yeah,
So
so
I
it's,
don't.
go ahead.
Clean's not really the term to use.
What is going? I know, right? That's silly. There's the thing that's getting me the most here in regards to moving forward with. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go with the climate change crap anymore because that's just a big. There's just so much information out there, and it's 78 million. Excuse me. They want. I remember when, and this was maybe a year ago. John Kerry and Al Gore were at the Davos meeting, and they were screaming at people, saying, "We're gonna need $90 trillion by 2050 to stop climate change." And then more recently, Biden is talking with whomever, like 4 or 5 months ago. They're like, "We're going to need $78 trillion." All right. Plymouth Rock hasn't risen. I mean, I was looking at Waikiki Beach 1890 something photos or something like that of where I used to swim, this little dock, right? And that little dock, they still have it. The foundation is still there, but they've already changed the top. The wood's been changed like 3 or 4 times. But that foundational cement area, it's still at the same fucking sea level. I'm not going for this shit anymore. But the thing is, I want to be careful when we start using, because look, we don't have a plan B planet, right? Ta-da. And I don't want things to get too crazy, but I know there's a lot of space in the world. I know there's a lot of oil. I know there's a lot of meat. And I know that we can migrate. And, there used to be, how many billions of buffalo used to be there? There used to be like 20, I don't know. What was the number? How many buffalo? It was like 12 million buffalo. I don't know. It was like some gigantic number. How many?
The buffalo is a whole other story.
I know.
So the reason there were so many buffalo was the main predator of buffalo became people.
Yeah.
When all of the I said natives died, there wasn't anybody killing the buffaloes anymore. That's why they grew out of control. Because we not only were killing the buffaloes, we killed the other buffalo predators. So they just bred like wild, and really enormous herds.
30.
By the time.
Here, look. 30 to 60 million buffalo.
When the trains started going across the United States, they had no problem at all stopping, having hunters on board, going out and killing just a whole bunch of buffaloes. They didn't try to refrigerate them or anything. They just kill a whole bunch of buffaloes, and they could feed the whole train.
Done deal. Right? I bet you those are some good steaks. But I'm just saying, I mean, one of the other reasons is I think they were trying to kill the buffalo to starve the Indians. That was also mentioned several times. But here's what we got. We got.
I don't know that they were trying to kill for the Indians. I don't think they were even thinking that there was ever anything other than an endless supply of buffalo.
Yeah, yeah, in 1800, and it's showing 1800, there were 60 million bison buffalo running through North America. And then it got less and less and less and less. And then, but the thing that I'm getting to is we, by the way, our ancestors and all of us used to use that tallow, right? I mean, the Indians used it. All different bison all over the world were using it, and we all used it. So at a certain point, it's kind of like we're going backwards. When you have technology that comes out in regards to like food or vegetation and stuff, I'm always a little worried about that. Because organic, I just showed you the picture. What the hell have we been eating all of our lives if now we're just starting to get organic pepper What the fuck does that mean? Right? It just makes no sense. So what I'm saying is, here we are. We're just everybody's starting to kind of wake up. They're poisoning us. And now we just got to find a way to get this tallow out to market, out to somewhere. We've got distributors. There are some manufacturers. I want to make sure that these people that I'm going to be talking to, just like, I'm going to call them. You know me, I'm going to call them. And I'm going to ask them, how do I get that tallow to the grocery store? Do I need to open a grocery store or a tallow store? Because I'll open a tallow store. I'll open a tallow and a lard store, and I'll bring in some Amish pies, for God's sakes, right? And bread.
What we really need is, I was going to say a restaurant. I don't know if you could even make a restaurant work in this current economic system. Yeah. We're in such a bad slump. Restaurants are going to get the worst. Yeah. But you just need parties with French fries actually cooked in tallow. You need.
Yeah, I mean they're getting it, so they're going to get it. That's not going to be a problem. The problem is, or the issue, or the thing that we're going to need to do is, it's going to need to be built up quickly. I want to be in that mix. I'm going to be a tallow distributor maybe one day soon, or a tallow representative, marketing representative. But the reason why you're here, bottom line, I'm going to tell you, there's got to be a faster way for even us to make it. I mean, the shredding machine, I haven't released. People usually chop it up, they boil it, at a low heat. Is there anything that you can just take the meat off of that, or just can you know what I mean? And just, I'm just saying, no.
It is so easy that they actually call it, what is the term? I might have it wrong. I believe they call it cow drippings. It is so easy to get. It is not. It's not when you're at the factory. It is not hard to get. It's like we need, it's like really easy to get. It's not anything they try hard for. Okay. It is so easy to get. To avoid contamination, they actually use tallow to lubricate the machines, because it's completely safe and compatible with humans to eat. They don't have to put any kind of oil system in there that's going to determine them. Well, they have to take them down and clean them once in a while. But most factories that produce food have nightly cleaning cycles where they have to go through and make sure every machine is clean. And you look at that, 1840, 35 billion buffalo or bison. I shouldn't call them buffalo. I should call them bison. In just 10 years, wasn't that down to like 5 million?
Yeah, pretty fast, dude. It was pretty fast. It was like,
I don't think anybody could be ready for how fast that actually happened. Yeah, see that part's there?
Yeah, it's just so easy. I'm just playing it right now. It's just so... Oh, there's the volume. This is so weird. I was like, where the fuck is the volume on this thing? But it's just a really simple process, really easy. I mean, anybody can do it. The thing is people are lazy. Right? If I can pick it up at the grocery store, which we used to do. We used to pick it. What's interesting is you can buy lard at Walmart, which I've cooked in lard too. My God, that's fucking good. Like lard at Walmart. Right? And here it is, the one I've had. It's called Armour's. Morel is really good. They've got, you can get a big bucket for $26.99. I don't think they have lard at Walmart though. Let me see. I mean tallow. I'm gonna look at tallow. Just hang on. Tallow at Walmart. Oh, they got beef. Oh, see, this is the one I've had. Fat Works beef. Oh, Stellar beef tallow. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, that's Amazon. Okay. Ace. Oh, they got beef dude, this is weird. They got beef tallow at freaking Ace Hardware store. What the?
Well, but is that human edible?
Yeah, I guess Cornhusker Kitchen beef tallow at Ace Hardware. It says it right there. It's really weird. But you can buy, there's Wagyu. I've had Wagyu, which is, everybody buys Wagyu. But then there's one here, Stellar Beef Tallow. This is all going to come back, I'm telling you. It's getting in demand. So, and there's so many different types you can get. And you can get like clearance 100 natural beef. Oh, wait, what's this right here? Hold on a second there. This one right here. This is, what is this? This is called tallow soap. Soap is, tallow. There's so many different types of uses for tallow as well.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is there's just so many ways that it's going across. That last one you have up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Which one?
I'm probably looking in the past. I'm looking
Hello,
at the website. No, I gotta pull this one up. No, I can't see it on this one. But you had one up there that was the beef tallow, grass fed, keto friendly. But I cook a lot with something that's called better than bouillon,
Ooh,
and that
sounds good.
That's partially beef tallow.
And then you use it for makeup and good for your face crap. Tallow, beeswax, and honey. Rendering grass beef tallow. Here's one right here. There's just all kinds that I didn't see this before. This is kind of new, honestly. I've looked at this like a year or so ago, and there's way more options here. There's Colorado beef tallow. Oh, shit. All right. Here's a bucket right here. This is the one. Cornhusker Kitchen beef tallow, grass-fed beef tallow. Amazon 23. And how much is that? 2 pounds? That's not a lot, though. For $25 for 2 pounds? Fuck, that's not a lot at all.
No, but I was looking at the one that's 50 pounds bulk.
Right? Where's that?
It was.
Oh, right here. $130.
But, you don't want to keep it around too long. You want to just keep what you could use in the time period that it's still okay to have.
Yeah, I really don't know much about it, so I'm going to find out. I'm going to do some more research on this. Oh, I wanted to find that damn post for you. Just give me a second. Or if you want to, I got to find that post in regards to RFK Jr. on what he says he's going after. And one of the big things is water. Fluoride in the water, pesticides, poison in the water, and he's really going after it hard. Like,
well, I'm
super
still a diehard. I believe that our water system is so bad.
I don't think I'll be able to fix it.
Everybody needs a water filtration system.
Yeah, it's so bad. Right. I get you. I mean, he can only do so much, right? Right.
Yeah. I mean, they could try to do, but rule of thumb, it takes as long to get the garbage out of your pipes as your pipes have been exposed to the garbage. We have pipes that have been over 100 years old out there. We almost need a national project to replace all of our pipes across the country. And it's viewed as only Flint is having bad water problems. And realistically, Flint probably has better water than most of the towns.
Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere is bad. So,
I just took one of my filters to school. So this would be the fourth filter that my water sees when it comes into the house. And it just looks nasty. So I took it in to show my students what water looks like. What contaminants you pull out of the water. They're always shocked by how bad it is. And again, this isn't the first filter they see. This is the fourth filter that my water sees before it goes into the RO system.
Interesting.
but I do not have a DI system.
I forgot. What's the DI system?
Deionized. That's good
Oh,
for anything.
deionization.
That'll even take out plutonium.
Okay, that's the one I want for sure. All right, so I just wanted to show you real quick, and then I'm gonna get going because I got 2 pot pies in the oven. They have to cook for 45 minutes, and I've had them at low for like an hour. Let me just show you this. I wanted to show you this budget coin. No, that's not it. Tint.
No, but we would need a national effort to undo all the damage that we've had against people thinking. For years we had people saying, "Oh, it's awful. There's tallow in McDonald's." McDonald's is going for the sale. They took the tallow out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it wasn't McDonald's decision. I mean, not directly. It was the public wouldn't buy that anymore, so they had to get what the public would buy. So if you have a national person that's going out there and promoting, that's the number one step. Is getting the perception corrected.
Okay. Yeah, well, people are going to start figuring that out real soon because Trump's going to Robert F. Kennedy's going to blast it all over the place, and then when that starts to happen, I mean, there's going to be they're going to do a lot of marketing for us, man. That's all I'm saying. Or for me, I just thought that if I can find a way to bring you, aboard, would you want to be a part of it? I mean, if it was pretty lucrative.
I got about 2 years to retire.
All right, okay. No, you're right. Okay. I'll keep you abreast though, because I think this is going to be huge. Tallow's going to blow up.
But realistically, you need to see where to make it. Come out here, and I'll get you behind one of the trucks.
No, dude, I'm in Missouri. I'm right down the street from you. I see it all the time. I've got you. I got it. And I'm just looking for this one little shop where I get my water. It's you pull up and it distributes ice and water. You may have seen one of them. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is. I got it right here. It's called... It's right there. There it is. It's a little water place. As a matter of fact, that could be my truck right there. I'm telling you. But it doesn't show the name of this place, which is kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Huh. It doesn't show that. Maybe it... Hold on. It's right there. There's a little... I just pull up right there next to it. It distributes... What the heck is going on? Something's just open on my computer. It's taking forever to do anything. Anyway, if you can see it, so that's a little... let me just...
There we go. Now I'm starting to see something.
Okay, cool.
By Papa Murphy's.
Yeah, exactly. By Papa Murphy. Which I think is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. The reason why I buy pizza is because I want somebody else to freaking make it. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I'm going to buy pizza. Here's the place. Oh, it wasn't here. This is a while ago. See, it's not even here in this picture. It's supposed to be right next to that garbage place. This is an old picture. Let's see if I can get it. Go back. Anyway, or maybe that's a newer picture. There it is, right there. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And now it appeared because it's pretty new. So it's called Highland Pure Water and Ice. That's where I get and it's $1.50 for 5 gallons.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, you can't beat that. And I'm good with that. So, and I use it like once a week. And I'll go out and fill up my 5 gallon, and I'm good to go. But where I'm at as far as tallow is concerned is I'll get with you in regards to the manufacturing process, because I'm really interested in we have better technology now. I think we've had for tallow for a while. I know that people are making tallow, personally or in their kitchens, whatever. But as far as getting tallow made, by the bazillions, I'm not sure if they're ready for that because people are going to want it. That's all I'm saying. The biggest thing that's kind of tripping out a lot of people right now, what I'm seeing on Facebook and Twitter, is how much attention Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is getting for exposing all this crap, exposing all the poisons, exposing the food babes out there and all these people. So things are going to change. Things are really going to go in a really interesting direction in regards to healthcare and a few other things. And sadly, look, I've been eating vegetable oil now for, 30, 40 years, right? I've eaten all the fries. I've eaten all the everything that they make in it. So I'm pretty much screwed like the rest of us. But my goal is to make sure that in the future, our kids don't have to eat that shit. As far as, are you looking at Highland Pure Water and Ice?
No, when I looked at that, I've seen those facilities before, but when I looked at it looked like a Schwann's. It looked like somebody repurposed a Schwann's delivery truck.
Yeah, right. No, it's really good. It makes really good ice. It already puts it in the bag for you, and
But that's what a Schwann's does too. It has its own little ice maker on board.
That's probably how they placed it there. Who knows? But anyway, it's good. I'm not sure what the quality is, but it's just, look, I lived in Anaheim, California, and I showed you that Anaheim, California has probably the most poisonous water in all of the world. And that's where the happiest place on earth is, which is freaking Disneyland. And people are showering in this crap, when you're going to Disneyland for a few days and paying $1,000 a day to fucking stay there. It's ridiculous. But it's the water there is worse than Flint, Michigan. Isn't that crazy? The water in Anaheim is there's 42 or 52 different contaminants. Here in Missouri, where I'm at, I don't know, there's 12 or 13. Nothing really bad, not a bunch of parts per million. So the water here is pretty decent, and I can tell the difference. I just went back and drank water from my sister's kitchen, and I'm gonna tell you, it tasted like somebody, I don't know, it tasted like plastic with a mixture of Febreze in it. That's what it tasted like. I'm not kidding. Because it had a hint of this kind of tastes plastically, but then the aftertaste was like Febreze. I was like, this is so weird. But it just doesn't taste pure. That's all.
I don't drink the tap water. I did post a link in the chat.
Oh, you did? Let me look.
Yeah, and pull that one up. They have their own train track for loading train cars full of tallow.
Oh, so they're yeah. I get you.
So that would be what, 200 tons of tallow.
200 tons of tallow, and that's a lot of tallow.
One train car.
One train car? Holy crap! Holy crap!
Did you find that link?
No, I got it. I'm grabbing it right now. It's in the super chat or in the YouTube chat?
Yeah, the chat, the normal chat on.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, of course, I'm looking at it in the time delay.
That's right. Is it the Zoom chat or is it in the? It's not in the Zoom chat.
Not in the Zoom chat. I probably should have put it in the Zoom chat.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Let me refresh here and see if I pick it up.
Didn't even think of putting it in the Zoom chat.
I'm still not seeing it there. I'm looking for a link. All right, let me. Yeah, if you want to put in That's super. Yeah, put it in the Zoom chat and I'll find it. And what is this again? It's the.
This is one of the local places,
Oh, okay.
and they have
Oh,
train
crap.
tracks.
Oh, my Lord.
You pulled it up that fast?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got a 2 terabyte computer, man. This thing is nasty. A quick processor. Um, yeah. Yeah, that's serious. That's
Yeah.
that's a lot.
So
Yeah.
that's just one car, and of course there's a
I've
regular
seen those cars. I've
there's
seen
a
them all over.
regular a regular sized gas truck filling up beside it,
Yeah,
and
picking
so
up maybe a quarter of that train car
it,
full.
it could be taking it off for some other purpose for some
Right. Yeah.
local need.
Jesus.
Uh,
All right.
you know, that carboy there would be what 1,000 gallons.
So it's out there. Tallow
It's
is
there.
there. Okay.
Tons of it are there.
Already.
It's
Okay.
it's it's the getting it is not the problem.
All right.
Changing how it's used is the problem.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for people to accept that.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I get you. I was thinking about that too because everybody's so used to the vegetable oil taste, they may not like the new wholesome, good for you, way better for you, natural taste.
and there's going to be tons of people saying, no, don't do
Oh
it.
yeah, you're going to have pushback for sure. You're going to have push, especially all these gigantic vegetable oil manufacturers, for sure,
Well,
and
the,
soybean
the,
again,
the
farmers,
vegans and the vegetarians are not going to want this out there.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Too bad. They, and this is funny because I'm sure that there were vegetarians and vegans that were having that were definitely having tallow in their French fries when they went to McDonald's. I guarantee,
Yeah.
but they didn't know it.
I don't know when I'd have an opportunity to drive by this place.
Nah, you don't
I
have
drive
to.
by one occasionally, but I'll see if I can get a picture of all the trains lined
Oh,
up.
that would be awesome. I'm gonna do it too, but I'm gonna go look for these things. I just kind of started this. I just think that it's gonna come back pretty strong. I'd like to get it direct to people. People can get it. You can buy it. I've never seen, man. When I checked, I don't know, 6, 8 months ago, and typed in uh, tallow at Walmart, there was like 8 different types of options. Now there's a ton. I That's crazy. Maybe I just didn't type in the right word. I'm not sure what the hell just happened, but there's a bunch now. It's just nuts. All right. Anyway, listen, I'm gonna get going. My pie's probably burning. I gotta get it.
Yeah, I got to get back to work.
Mark, thank you very much for coming on. I'll have some more questions, and I think the biggest thing that I want to talk about next, if you don't mind, safety of drilling, period, and transportation, and moving it, Keystone Pipeline, all this stuff. I want the safety to be there, and we all saw Horizon. What was that, Event Horizon, or what was the name of the?
No. BP, but I forgot what the Horizon was called.
Yeah, something Horizon something. Anyway, and that was just a giant spill, and I'm sick of these things. There's got to be better ways to do this shit. That's all I'm saying. And I'm okay with drilling. I just think that there's got to be better ways of doing it. I'm still not sold on nuclear. Sorry, not sold on nuclear.
No, I've got my own qualms about nuclear.
Yeah.
That for me, it's more of a different issue completely. But
We'll talk about
cover
both
that.
of those things because I think that's important. I mean, everybody wants to just jump into this giant MAGA system, but I think we need to touch the water first before you jump into, you know what I mean? You got to test the water first and make sure everything's okay because you know what I'm saying? They want to jump in the oil, they jump in the nuclear, jump in the fracking, and I don't really like the way fracking works. I'm not. I've seen. You have this video, you have that video, you've got all this information out there. I get it, but there are just so many other ways of gaining power. I mean, the Tesla Tower is probably the greatest source of power that's ever been out there, and they'll never use it.
The Tesla tower is a distribution system.
Yeah,
It's not the maker of the power. Tesla was using it to transmit power. But it's like I said, cover that. That's a thing a lot of people mistake.
yeah,
And but yeah, I'll try to get you caught up.
yeah. So the Tesla Tower transmitted electricity across long distances through thin air, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know where that power was coming from.
well, there are many different ways to do it. Uh, and my personal theories is we need to be ready to use as many sources as possible
Uh-huh.
and not look at one source as being good. The only time that I really like to have nuclear power is as a backup system. So
I
if
get
we
you.
have a major volcano system go off, a major uh,
Tsunami, tidal wave, whatever.
all kinds of things.
Yeah,
Uh, so in the case of a of a like if major volcano off on the west
right.
coast goes off, we
Natural
could not be
disaster
able
or
to.
something.
We might not be able to use or um, wind or solar for
Right.
up to a year
Or
or
thermal.
two.
Or hydro, water.
Well, even hydro, all
Yeah,
of these systems go
yeah.
down after a volcano.
Yeah,
But that's a total different topic.
yeah, totally different. Listen, I gotta go and thank you for being on with me, Stork. I truly appreciate it. I gotta say aloha. Take care, brother. Okay, thank you.